Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have the First Lady of Venezuela. She's been through a tremendous, she's been through a lot, let's put it that way. She's been through what people don't want to have to go through and should never have to go through. Her husband is a tremendous man who's working so hard, and it's very dangerous. It's dangerous stuff. We hear what's going on. We know exactly what's going on. Our Vice President, Mike, was there for a period of time and got to know your husband very well. But I just want to say we're going to have a terrific conversation. We already have, and a lot of progress is being made with all of the problems. A tremendous amount of progress is being made.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias. Para nosotros es un honor tener aquí a la primera dama de Venezuela y queríamos también decirle que hemos avanzado muchísimo. La última vez que vimos a su marido era una persona excelente. Sabemos que trabaja muy denodadamente, su vida está en peligro, así que queremos demostrarle que nosotros estamos con usted. El vicepresidente Mike lo conoció personalmente y realmente demostró y expresó cuánto lo apreciaba y el valor que tenía. Nosotros estamos teniendo muy buenas conversaciones, hemos avanzado muchísimo y hemos avanzado mucho en la solución de los problemas.
Venezuela was a country with tremendous potential and is still a country with tremendous potential. But people are starving, they're being killed, they're being beaten. What's going there is unfathomable to everybody that sees and everybody that gets reports. We're getting reports that are horrible. The potential of Venezuela, if done properly and with democracy, would be incredible. It was one of the richest companies, certainly one of the truly rich countries of the world, and now it's one of the poorest countries of the world. You look at what's happened. Despite oil, the oil's not coming out. Everything's broken. They have no water, they have no electric, the lights are out. In fact, I understand just today they had a big blackout. So we're very much in contact with your husband and with everybody else, and a lot of things are happening. Many things are happening, please.
Bueno, en realidad Venezuela es un país con muchísimo potencial, tenía mucho potencial, tiene mucho potencial. Lamentablemente ahora estamos viendo hambruna, muerte, ataques. Es una situación realmente inconcebible. Realmente es totalmente increíble. El potencial que tiene Venezuela se va a poder concretar en una democracia. Era un país, uno de los países más ricos del mundo, sin embargo ahora por todos los problemas que tienen, es uno de los países más pobres del mundo. No tienen agua, no tienen luz. Sabemos que hubo un apagón recientemente que afectó a todo el país y en realidad por eso estamos en contacto constantemente con su marido.
So just in concluding, I want to say again, to have you and your friends and representatives with us has been incredible. I know that you've also suffered tremendously, and I'd like you maybe to say a few words, but please, First Lady, I'd love to have you say a few words to the media.
Quisiera entonces aquí darle la bienvenida nuevamente a usted, a sus amigos y a todos los representantes que usted ha traído. Sé que están atravesando por situaciones increíbles, usted está atravesando por una situación realmente dolorosa, usted sufre mucho, me gustaría que también compartiera con nosotros su sentido, pero ante todo le doy la palabra a la primera dama.
Muchas gracias. Hoy estar acá para mí es un honor y yo debo agradecerle al presidente Donald Trump, al vicepresidente Mike Pence y Bianca. Un honor haberte conocido. Señor Bolton, para mí es un honor saber que contamos con usted. Venezuela hoy está pasando por una crisis energética muy grave, donde hoy nuestros niños están muriendo porque no hay luz, porque no hay comida, porque se apagaron los hospitales y con ellos la vida de inocentes que están pagando las consecuencias de una terrible dictadura.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. It is an honor for me to be here. I thank you. I thank the Vice President. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. And Mr. Bolton, it's an honor to count on you as we do. Venezuela is going through a terrible crisis. The power crisis is very serious. Children are dying in hospitals. Children are dying because they have no food. hospitals are in darkness. The crisis is serious.
Hoy temo por la vida de mi esposo. Ayer se cometió un atentado contra su vida. Fue secuestrado su jefe de gabinete, Roberto Marrero, de la manera más violenta y vil, haciendo de este un ataque directo al presidente Juan Guaidó.
I fear for my husband's life. Yesterday, he was attacked. His life was attacked. Also, his chief of staff, Roberto Marrero, was kidnapped in a very violent and vile manner.
Roberto no solo es el jefe del despacho del presidente, además es nuestro amigo personal.
Not only is he his chief of staff, he is our personal friend.
Además, fue detenido el primo de la mamá del presidente, involucrándoles en actos de terrorismo. Y también acusando a Gustavo Guaidó, el hermano del presidente, y así darle un golpe al círculo más cercano del presidente Guaidó, pretendiendo desestabilizarlo de su lucha.
Yesterday also they detained his mother's cousin. He was accused of terrorism. And Gustavo Guaidó, his brother, was also accused. So they are hitting everything that is closest to him, trying in that way to destabilize them.
Lo que no sabían es que esto solo nos da impulso para salir adelante, para no descansar, porque nuestro objetivo es salvar vidas, es recuperar la libertad, y es que no vamos a permitir que nuestros niños, nuestros adultos mayores, sean los que sigan sufriendo las consecuencias de una terrible dictadura. Hoy el tema de Venezuela es un caso de humanidad.
But what they don't know is that when they do that, what they're doing is pushing us forward. We will not rest. We are here to save lives and to give back freedom. We want to save our children, we want to save our elderly who are the ones who are suffering. And this is what Venezuela is going through.
Sabemos que no estamos solos. Sabemos que contamos con los Estados Unidos, con la comunidad internacional que respalda la lucha democrática, con el mundo entero que nos ve, que nos escucha. Y yo sé que de esta terrible dictadura vamos a salir muy pronto, porque Venezuela decidió que es el año de la paz, del reencuentro y del abrazo en familia.
Venezuela is not alone. The U.S. is with Venezuela. The international community is with Venezuela. The world is with Venezuela. The world sees and the world hears the terrible consequences of this dictatorship. But Venezuela decided that this is the year of peace, and we are going to be able to go forward.
Y queremos alertar al mundo de los posibles continuos atentados en contra del presidente Juan Guaidó, de la ola de represión y detenciones que ha tomado niveles agresivos contra el entorno del presidente. Atacar a su entorno es atacarlo a él, pero nada lo va a detener.
We also want to warn the world that what we are seeing is a wave of attacks against the president. There's repressions, there's prison, and what they want is to attack him.
Hoy luchamos contra la vida y la muerte, y nosotros sabemos que la vida es la que va a triunfar.
We're fighting for life and death, and we know that what will triumph in the end is life.
Y sabemos que ustedes van a ser parte de ese proceso.
I know that you will be part of this process.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very well said, beautifully said. Appreciate it. Could you tell us about your husband? Something happened that's very terrible.
He was at home last week, At 2 a.m., the political forces of Nicolas Maduro entered in a brutal raid in our house. And he called me like at 2 a.m. He was, like desperate. There were like 60 people around trying to get by the force in our house. They finally did, and we, with lack of communication, and they destroyed our house, our child's room, everything. They planted guns and things, and this has been for 3 hours. It was a nightmare. And after that, they kidnapped him, and we didn't know anything about him for 6 days. They've been trying to delay the process because we have no lights at all, so the electricity is not working, so we doesn't know anything. And he was the second on board and a personal friend of Juan Guaidó. So this is a personal attack to his team, because they work together, they take decisions together, they were working together in the National Assembly. So as a family, we are afraid for his life. We haven't have any communication. We have a 7-year-old kid who doesn't know anything. And I just explained we can go back. And I want to ask you, help, because we are fighting, but we can't do it ourselves.
So they took him, and he's in prison now?
Yeah.
Do you know where he is?
Yeah, well, we know the place, but we haven't spoke to him or seen him.
No communication
No
whatsoever?
communication at all.
Okay. We are with Venezuela. We are with your husband, as you know, and we're with the people that he represents, which is a big majority of the country.
Yeah.
What's happening there should not happen and be allowed to happen anywhere. So we're with you 100%. Okay? Please give my regards. It'll all work out. It's all going to work out. It always does. We're going to get it to work out. Thank you very much. It'll be fine. Steve?
Mr. President, what sort of complications does the Russian involvement now pose?
Russia has to get out. What's your next question?
Mr. President, are you thinking of increasing pressure on Venezuela, and how will you do that?
Say it.
Are you thinking of increasing pressure on Venezuela, and how will you do that?
Well, they've got a lot of pressure right now. They have no money, they have no oil, they have no nothing. They got plenty of pressure right now, so we'll see. They have no electricity, and other than military, you can't get any more pressure than they have. Unfortunately, a lot of people are starving. They don't take the aid. Maduro won't take aid. We've sent hundreds of millions of dollars worth of aid to the border. He won't take the aid. He'd rather have his people starve than take the aid. I don't think that's good, even from a political standpoint. Even from a dictator standpoint, I don't think that's good. But there's a lot of pressure on them right now. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. All options are open. Just so you understand, all options are open. Go ahead. All options are open, yeah.
Would you tell them it's better to let go now before things get much worse?
I'm not going to tell them anything. They'll make their own decision.
Mr. President, have you just said Russia needs to get out. Have you in any way communicated that through Mr. Bolton or through the representative at the United States?
They know. They know very well. They know very well. Go ahead. Next question.
Is your staff opposed to you and your views on health care? Do you think...
No, look, we're not talking about health care right now, but I will. The Republican Party is the and you will see this very soon, because Obamacare is a disaster. It's too expensive by far. People can't afford it, and the deductible is horrible. So the premiums cost too much. The deductible is horrible. The only difference between now and the other administration is that we're administering Obamacare very well. So we've made it better, but it's still horrible, no good. It's something that we can't live with in this country because it's far too expensive for the people. Not only for the country, but I'm not even thinking about for the country. It's too expensive, the premiums are too expensive. People are going broke trying to pay for it. And the deductibles are averaging over $7,000. So you have to spend $7,000 before you get anything. That's a very unusual circumstance. So the deductibles are way too high. Obamacare is a disaster. So we're going to be the part, and I said it yesterday, and I mean it 100%. I understand healthcare now, especially, very well. A lot of people don't understand it. We are going to be, the Republicans, the party of great healthcare. The Democrats they've let you down. They came up with Obamacare. It's terrible. I got rid of the individual mandate. That was the worst part of Obamacare because people were forced to pay a lot of money to get health care that they didn't want, okay? Now they don't have to pay that money. People are all over this country thanking me. Every time I go out, they thank me. They don't have to pay a vast amount of money to have bad health care. So we got rid of the individual mandate. That was a big thing. We will, you watch, we're going to be the party of great health care. And the Democrats have let you down. They've really let you down. Obamacare doesn't work. It's too expensive. And you take a look at everything with deductibles, it's a disaster. It's a disaster for our people. We're not going to allow it to go. So we're coming up with plans. We have a lawsuit right now going where phase 1 of the lawsuit terminates Obamacare, essentially terminates Obamacare. You know that. That's the Texas lawsuit. We think it'll be upheld, and we think it'll do very well in the Supreme Court. And if the Supreme Court rules that Obamacare is out, we will have a plan that's far better than Obamacare. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Go this way. Thank you, President.
No time.
Go this way. Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you. Go this way. Thank you, everybody. Let's go this way. Go this way. Thank you. Thank you, man.
I greatly appreciate that she's here, and she's been a tremendous representative for her country.
And the message to Maduro.
And she's meeting tomorrow with the First Lady of the United States in Florida.
So that
They're meeting tomorrow.
It's a message that the United States is committed to seeing Venezuela.
I'll tell you, if you look at what we're doing, you will see a commitment that few people have made. And frankly, this didn't have to happen in Venezuela. Past administrations right here should have been more forward-thinking. This should never have happened in Venezuela. This is a tragedy. You know, we're fighting all over the world for countries. We're 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 miles away. They never did anything with respect to Venezuela. Past administrations allowed this to happen. I've inherited a mess between North Korea and all of the problems we have all over the world, the entire Middle East and Venezuela. These are things that never should have happened. They never should have allowed to get to this point. But I'll fix it. We're fixing it all over the world. That's what we're going to do. Just like in a different sense, we are going to fix healthcare. We're going to fix a lot of problems that nobody else was able to do. And we just left, as you know, the Prime Minister of Israel. They're having a lot of hard times over there right now. But the Golan Heights, which every president promised they'd do, they never did. I did that not only with respect to Jerusalem and the embassy, but also now the Golan Heights. They desperately need it. It was good timing. They desperately need it. They need the heights. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.